There you are. Stay close. Minphilia, what have you got for us? Still waters. Oh, is the music turned off? Oops, truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals and only crystals were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Huh? The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there's even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service of a primal, though, we cannot afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Investigating with Thancred again, huh? I remember well how that went last time. Come on. Let's turn the music back on. Speak with Ishtola in Horizon. Let's get out there. It's so kind of them to send us back to Horizon, but not all the way to Waking Sands. While these visions did appear. Ishtola. It's been a hot minute, or has it? Ah, Longpoint. Your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length of the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufalupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I will only be repeating what he related to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Go talk to the short guy. Fufalupa. House shakes. Well, hello there. Arrowin, was it? Ishtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We've yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Elegant Sunway. The cart bolted off toward eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could...
Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all.
Thancred, wherever have you been off to?
I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check out on our Amalja friends. And wouldn't you believe it? I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way. I even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the Brass Blades intercept it. In all my years, I've never seen such a prodigious quantity of soundness. The Blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found.
Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere.
We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Longpoint.
Yeah, I'm the Longpoint to you. Deep hole. Hey there.
Against all expectations, it would seem the Al-Jar are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they've yet to replenish the store of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, they're missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof.
Thancred? That's not his voice.
The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Wow, that's hard to believe. A mind like Thancred's not seeing through to the truth from the first.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to...
Whoa,
Wherefore
eager
inquirest thou of her
maidens.
fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine
Thank you,
insinuations to
Urianger.
one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Asexual legend Urianger.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
So Doma Castle is a thing here, huh? Whomst could that be? I know. Do not recall ordering this many Lalafell lentils. Never again will I say. God damn it, they should really print down here. I tried to figure out how to do that and failed. Ishtola. Mayhap a more subtle approach is in order. We brass blades will lay down our lives for the safety of Horizon. Alright, Thancred, keep talking.
Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we may find something useful, something of use, nestled away within it.
Sure, let's just grill the short guy. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I've given some thought to the matter, and I may have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there is someone amongst our ranks, our own ranks, conspiring with them, a traitor in our midst?
It'd be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa.
Indeed, if for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed.
But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves be as wily as ours risk open confrontation?
Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. My mother has just texted me, guess where we are? She is up in the Bay Area, outside my childhood home. Mayhap not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikote miner, traveling without escort so as not to attract undue attention. But who? I see. The concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest up on the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerlea. But who? I see. Yes, the concern may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need rest along the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley. I like Hammerley more than Hammerlea.
A fine spot to rest, would you not agree, Longpoint? Alas, the role of the Mikote miner is taken, so you'll lay wait to the north, and I'll do the same to the south.
Forgive me, my friends, but I've received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Sorry. Could have paused for that.
Call me a cynic, but I'd be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement.
We'll do that. I mean, I'm literally unable to remove a weapon from my hand, so you don't need to worry about that too much, I don't think, Big T. Mr. T. That's a different character. I was thinking Harley Quinn.
Mr. J?
But she can't say Mr. T. One moment. Can't bring myself to do it. Alright, destination. Let's pass through the portal, why don't we? Standing watch. The rat is waiting for us as well. Grabbing some screenshots. Alright, movement in the distance catches our eye. Oop, we are accidentally... we were warned to be ready to go into action. Yet we came over here, dressed as a spear boy. Contemptible, really. Unknown Ravager. These dudes are fancily dressed. Can I change my class real quick? I guess I'm still in combat? Am I in combat with that guy over there? Yeah, apparently so. Shift C. Boom! Control C. Boom! Didn't like that, did you? Do the big nap. Down, boy. Sproing! The ultimate pleasure of being a dragoon is the big jump. Stop unto the last as expected. You're unharmed?
Uh-huh. A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything.
Sea-wolves, all of them.
Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering.
Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you'd be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make.
To Horizon, then. Foofaloopa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves.
Meeting? Yeah, my high-level talks with the thieves. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, man. Foof. Hey, Dr. Foof. How you doing? Being a cop? Murdering people for the crime of assembly? On behalf of the brass blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks.
Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private.
No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of the Blades, dispatched to detain him, and made good his escape.
Oh, for the love of... And how do you manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling the somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise?
No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf, Leminson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that.
I see. Pray keep me appraised of any developments.
Sure thing.
Yeah? He's standing right next to me. Understood.
Are we sure we can use those link pearls?
I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but what must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Maybe even to give me another one of your stoic nods. You do, don't you?
Stoic nod. What else am I gonna do? I just gotta nod stoically. Thancred, tell me where I gotta go, the Mother of Exiles.
The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we'll have our answers.
He's also drifting to the Valley Girl very rapidly. We really have to go over to fucking Waking Sands again to go to Waking Sands again? Anyway, hey Alf. You're late. No matter, I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma, yes, and Ozard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Erwin. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, you'll find the Domans bickering with a sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may have been pursued by some. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Let's do it. I hate getting around in this city. The Alchemist's Guild, I guess. Alright, here's the challenge. Here's the test. Can we turn on the music just in time for whatever's playing in the cutscene to catch without losing our minds? It's real. Dexterity challenge. I'm yawning so luxuriously. It's funny to think there's probably a lot of people who've never heard a recording of themselves yawn, or even laugh, or really much speak at all, quite possibly. Oh, wait, did it take? Did it take? I don't think it took. God damn it. No matter how many times you ask without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. She's ready for some real combat tennis over there. I gather your pleas fell on deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you'll find me more to your liking. Alphino Levier, at your service. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Meow. Maybe it's... I still choose to believe in the day-night music situation. Let's just teleport back to the steps. Yeah, sure, we could have just strode across the city. Stridden. We could have hoofed it on these beans. This seemed faster. Alpha, no. Yeah, bespoke music. That's what I like to hear. This is a voice cutscene. Y'all gonna start telling me? Yes, it is.
1,000 miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Hope so.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Probably should be paying a little more attention to this, huh?
Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Wow, that is salted earth.
12 have mercy. And your people...
That's the opposite of what Alphino was hoping to hear.
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors.
Stealthy.
Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so.
Well, we're no friends to the Garleans.
I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care.
Yeah, old Dot does not give a shit. The Sultana would probably make a gesture.
However, we are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Might be the first to get it if you did, though, is the impression I get.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
When you're rich.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I own them.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience.
No mask. No
This is
mask.
only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
It's because they're dragon people.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Well, I'm not much of a host. Okay, the Warrior of Light backed down from no challenge. Small talk, though, might just be beyond us, you know? Hey, Yugiri, so I saw a bug the other day. Do you like bug? If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we've been at sea for several moons and our supplies are all but spent. I've not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, though, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. My family's starving on a boat. These people seem to have plenty. Anything you can provide be welcome. The adults can go without, but the children... Kikyo says, Lady Ugiri labors day and night for the good of our people. She's an inspiration to us all, yet I worry for her health. Kasagi says we are grateful beyond measure for this kindness. Momodi.
Well, hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Erwin? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on tomorrow, see? They just sent me word they can't come, meaning I got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go and call on Friduri and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Wakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight.
Why do I have to be the one to do this? Why do I have to be the one to do this? At least it's right outside. Alright, see you there. Now I'm thinking about what level of effort our species would have to invest to come up with a cat willing to carry the mail. Friduri. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I normally want to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but it doesn't seem wise to me. Go fuck yourself. Instructions penned by the Quicksand proprietress to deliver foodstuffs to the Waking Sands. Doot. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Go fuck yourself. Can I kill this guy after he ships his stuff off? Hey, anybody need a job? My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions. Jesus. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Y'all are fucking going on the chopping block. Fuck you. Your heads are mine. Alright, here goes. In Momodi, you're doing business with some real shitheads. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Ugiri that it's all in hand. Ugiri, I don't think you want... Ooh, sorry about that. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. You're doing the bare minimum. Look at this situation here. This is like, these pants, they want it, you know? Lady Ugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think he'll be pleased with his reply. Oh, forgot we had auto on you. We've been granted an audience. Better than that. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we shall return to the Royal Promenade at once. You've done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Ugiri, for naught has been given. The small favor you fairly won with your words. It is words that with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate, and I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, that nothing so unpalatable be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Oh boy. What a world. Yeah, that's like the lib approach to refugees, right? No, we should take in refugees. They're good for the economy. That's what matters, right? What matters is what the human being there can do for you. They have no value as an individual. I mean, that would be nonsense. Or, you know, I'm sure they do. But it's not my responsibility to safeguard that. In this world, we are all atoms. My well-being is in no way dependent on yours, nor is it derived in any way from yours. I made it all by myself because I'm alone in this world, just like you. I've seen to it that you are alone. Anyway, Alphino, we must take pains to illustrate how accepting the Domans would benefit Ul'dah. Only then might the Syndicate be swayed. Bullshit. Let's move the paladin up to the top, why don't we? To Legi. I wish to greet our guests beforehand and offer my support for their cause. Domen Uldan, it matters not to me. Birthplace does not equal birthright in my eyes. I take great pride in my establishments for this very reason. The Platinum Mirage in particular serves to showcase the talents for countless men and women born beyond our borders. I don't care where you're from if I can exploit your labor. Ugiri. Bards sing of wars which decided the fate of nations, but a single word spoken within a council chamber is more like to decide that of mine own. I've heard the Sultana is a kind and generous ruler. The Syndicate I have heard less flattering things. Kasasagi, we are all enemies of Garlemald. Is it not fitting that we should join forces? Roban. A pleasure, Longpoint. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Sure. Voice cutscene, I suspect. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if this is what the chamber music would have been that last time when we,
I, Lady of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace.
Hello.
To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Ugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
Let's go over it one more time, Final Fantasy IV style.
For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped
The entire
confines
survivors of a
Gang's
nation.
hold. Yet this figure accounts
Not just one
for
ship.
of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
Indenture, of course.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The ideology. The ideology.
Trust is not known for his generosity.
Yeah.
He sees profit in this.
Yeah. Alpha No. They call him Alpha No for a
I
reason.
agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
Borders of violence, friends.
The law is the law.
Yeah, it's what you say it is.
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees.
Yeah.
They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher.
Maybe just make
The
them
wealth
full
of
citizens,
Ulda is not
dude.
without limits, my friend.
Or abolish the concept of citizenship.
And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity?
Oh boy.
You have all read the reports.
I sleep. I sleep. I hear racist
Without
claptrap.
homes
I
or
sleep.
employment, It is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them.
Imagine, right?
Knowing this,
It's not
you
that they
would have
know
swelled
that it's been
their
unjustly
ranks.
denied them.
Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Why, they didn't inherit or exploit any of this wealth.
Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Uldar. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
I think that delivery was wrong. It's that he passes
Surely
Gil,
this
not that he
Altair can support
passes
the few
Gil.
hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse.
I don't think you understand. Everything should
I know
belong
that an
to
exception-
me.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo.
Yeah, it sounds like she fucking sucked.
Mayhap
Maybe
our
she should
wise
do
and
something about
benevolent
that.
Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
I mean, you understand how law works, right? It's a cudgel that your class
My
uses
lord,
to beat everyone
I
else
share your
down.
concern for the welfare of our
You
great
uphold
nation,
whatever laws
but
you
we
want.
must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Just think of how exploitable
Precious
they
or
are.
not,
They have
they
nowhere
will
else to
never get so
go.
reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
Ooh, boy. When do we
How I
get to kill
choose
this
to conduct
guy?
My affairs is not your concern, my lord.
It seems very clear that,
Proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency,
we're gonna
I
need to
move we
automate
forego
the
further
guillotines
debates
here in
and
Ulda.
to accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Fuck off, dorks. All the dignity he can muster. The birthday hat lady. Wait, was that, is that, what's his name there? Seems that they are short.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without
There's
the
just
consent of the
nothing we
syndicate,
can do.
I cannot act.
Well, they're gonna act without your
I
consent,
understand
don't
your
worry.
rights. And I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
We're just gonna go starve on the ocean now. I guess there's just nothing that can be done. No, there's nothing that can be fucking done.
That bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route. Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have
That's a
traveled
proven
so
ideological
far
point.
under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
You can do better than that, Teleji. Break the law if you care. What's he gonna do about
Now that
it?
the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all.
Shink!
But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Ramban, what have you got to say? Promises to keep. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Actually, those are really related character traits. Bah, I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. It's over there? Where is the Hall of Flames? Wait, what are you supposed to be doing here? Where exactly are we go? Here we go. Right over here. Ching. No one standing around playing music. Sorrowfully empty. This place. Hey, Rabban, where are you? The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The monitorists have made their position clear. Agreed, Ul'dah is not an option. Nor Limsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs, which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative. Place not bound by the concerns of great nations. I'm having an idea. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wanted to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we leave it to be under siege. Don't fucking make excuses for the fascists. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time, a week mayhaps, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Ugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, stands at a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Ugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. This may have been Alphino's plan all along. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. Before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah's Adventurers Guild may be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Erwin. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. Can't we just teleport them there? I know we can't. They have to attune to the aetherite. Can anyone use aetherites? And they are definitely, commonly used, but obviously shipment exists in this world. So it's not like we're just universally teleporting everything around. Oh boy, there's the music that we can't stand. There's the music that we do not love. Let's just go ahead and, Alphino, so help me, if you do not change the soundtrack, I'm gonna hoot and howl and rave and wail. Thank you. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce enough room to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Can you put up hundreds of people in this inn? I mean, is this a convention hall? I wonder if the entirety of, like, the sprawling inner part... Anyway, what news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona.
When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf.
Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord.
Alphino, you are also super rich. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I could do. Come what may, you shall have a faithful friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri.
And you in Revenant's toll, my lord. Don't start to feel indebted to the oligarch. Please don't.
Well, sounds like we all have lots of work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we?
I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Okay, sure. I mean, of course. The nice thing about me is I don't even take pay. Yugiri's game. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they'll be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees require some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Erwin, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process, through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he's been designated the leader of the first group. So Waking Sand, Vesper Bay is the sea. They're just not calling it Waking Sands now to fool us into thinking that we don't have to go back to fucking Waking Sands. Like, at least it's a nice place, you know. If this were like some shit little spot, if this were not pretty, if it didn't have, it doesn't have good music, it's got this music. Damn it, I was enjoying that sort of wild tune. Hosen hit me. Greetings. Alphino informed me this sign would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Get on with it, buddy. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help us round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozen. He can tell you more. Hey, homie. I can smell their stench on the wind even here. Whose stench? These have been trying times, but Yozen has handled himself well. I only wish there was more I could do for him. Yeah, I fucking bet, dude. Bet you wish that you didn't have to raise your kid in the aftermath of a genocidal war. It's pretty fucked up. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear you're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Well, yeah. Giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... I was sad. You're looking for the others. Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. The Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I'll bet you can find them in no time. This is Waking Sands, right? We're not somewhere else? I guess Waking Sands is the building. Okay. They didn't call... I'm sure that they did, but whatever. Okay, where are the devil children? Where are the sneaky childs? Where are they?
Search for the children in hiding.
Surely with our enhanced perspective, yes, you can't hide from me, child.
How'd you find me? Blah, guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I bet the Garleans didn't find me.
Ooh boy, these children are fucking traumatized. Hey buddy, it's okay. You don't have to hide from the Garleans anymore. Are you playing? No fair. Yozen didn't say anything about adults. We get to ride a horsebird carriage. I don't know. Sounds scary. But if Yozen says it's safe, I'll go. They're trying to destroy me. Hiding child. Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? I'm Gaharu. Longboy and Arrow, huh? I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? You're scions. And you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Alright, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Long Point Arrowin. I'm sure. Just had to briefly report on how wild that was. Sailor Lolorito practically funded the reconstruction of Vesper Bay himself. Oh yeah, we've heard about this. It's a bit much, that statue, don't you think? Lolorito is a fucking prick. Let's tear down that statue. Hosen. Wonderful. All the children are accounted hide and seek. I see that you're curious. It's quite simple, really. He's about to spill the dark shit. Lady Yugiri thought it best the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. Yep. I should hope that these days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we're prepared. Fucked up. Fucked up. Why we adventure. Sorry, Palestine has been much in the news lately. This whole thing is a lot. My first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Orme, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with the young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Yeah, dudes, let's go. Eager to be off, are you? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. Fierce-looking beasties been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this here's another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around to make sure the area is safe. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Whereabouts is this? Way down there? Why we adventure. Alright, be right there. So, what's going on below us? That's not below the bridge. Beside the bridge. Hello, destination. Just gonna survey you real quick if that's okay. I feel an eye upon me. Hey, Mr. Eye, you're very spooky. Unfortunately, my protector's powers are a little too much for you. Do you think we should go to the just sword look on the paladin? I don't know. Oh, cool. They moved the quest NPC to a more convenient location. That rocks. The Huron coachman. So there was a beastie Was being the operative word, eh? Well fought, sir, well fought. If only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. It's a very good pose. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. If we'd been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. We cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell, forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Ugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, but they knew full well it was in vain. I'm having thoughts about the Garleans. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life. All this we owe to her. Ours won't even begin to repay such a debt. In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Well, I hope that it's understood to belong to you. I hope that you're not just being employed as not even wage labor, effectively slave labor. Slaves are also provided with food and a place to sleep. Hey, Mr. Longpoint. Kaharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Well, it certainly isn't for any of these things. Let's go with the wild rose blooms. So you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Longpoint, I got a question. What's Revenant's toll like? Is it pretty? Oh boy, we're not gonna tell her about the castrum. Bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there's lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. Depends if they bought the expansion. Enough, Kaharu, it's my turn again. Mr. Longpoint, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Yeah, so you got no experiences and adventures. Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. Alright, that's enough questions for Mr. Longpoint. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? It didn't give me the opportunity to be a huge jerk. Good. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Arrowin. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurer's guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Longpoint and Lady Ugiri. Yeah, just like Mr. Longpoint and Lady Ugiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Oh boy, children raised amid war, traumatized, excited to become warriors themselves. This ain't no way to run a world. Also, you don't need to make an adventurer's guild for Domans, kid. We will see to it that they are full allowed in the one that's already there. There are 200 people in that wagon. I guess it's probably a wagon train, right? Emmerly, Speak with Alvino at the quicksand. Why back there? Couldn't we just have gone and spoken to Alvino at the... Bleh. I didn't remember this part at all. This was basically completely fresh to me. Take me over to the quicksand, why don't you? Zoop. The Adventurers Guild. The music is crushing me instantly. Man, the night is wearing on already. It is almost 10. Poof. Alphino. Ah, Erwin. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Ugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Why did I come back here? All due respect. It is past time Lady Ugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Schlafborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri and Minfilia and the guild to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Erwin. Hey, it's Schlafborn. This one's always fun. Hey, you. Were you gonna be voiced? Surely not. Surely not.
And this must be the esteemed Lady Ugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course.
We are no strangers to hard work, Master Schlafborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence.
Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals. And you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned.
As you wish, Schlafborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful friendship.
Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. 7 hells, Erwin. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones.
A little Hitler stash there, I never really noticed. Shave it, boy. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, okay, well, alright. And talk to you, Ugiri, I guess. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. I shall join you at the rising stones anon. Didn't I say something about how there was only one screen between us and the inner sanctum before? Because that is not true. There's still Rising Stone's entrance. And then the entrance to the Solar. Take me to the Solar. Minfilia. 'Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We'll persevere, of course. Yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. They blew themselves up. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy at Vesper Bay. Yep. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. No, lady, have you been listening to me? No, we need to help them. What do you think people do when they are pushed to extremity? I should not blame you if you did. Well, I didn't. Nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Not really. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees. Not one was within our power to help them. Yeah, I'm with you, lady. You don't need to defend yourself here. We are on the same page. Lady Ugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. Like an instant ship between these two. Who is that Thancred? Who is that? Who is that? That's not Thancred. Everybody take a bow. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. Who are you, Dark Thancred, Adventurers Guild emissary? As ever, it has been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Schlafborn. Lady Ugiri, Long Point. Oh, that was a nod, Lady Ugiri, Long Point. He would probably address us by our title. Laman and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit, I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Ishtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Maybe you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. Thancred. Burst. Is Ishtola?
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Ooh.
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
Oh boy.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual. Summoning a freak with such crystals as they have hoarded.
Just keep doing it, you know.
Reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja, yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
It is Vilbrand, not Vilebrand. That's bullshit.
Vilbrand?
Vilbrand? Isn't it pronounced Vilebrand?
Activity of late.
Yeah.
Oh gods. They mean to summon Leviathan?
Ooh, spooky.
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting
Say
our
it
investigation
ain't
on
so.
behalf of the mineral
Whoa,
concern,
whoa.
we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers.
Whoa.
With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas.
Shit, let's stop that. That's
But
not permitted.
there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Yikes. Ooh, yeah, I hate to hear that too. Oh, this patch isn't over, huh? Like there's more. This is still 2.2, I imagine. This is
In the ether.
rich vein.
If I did not know better, I should think this device defective.
No, it's well made, we know that. That's a spooky looking etherite there. We've used that etherite?
Explanation.
Tell us what it is. Ooh. Fish got teeth.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary?
I mean, you know. You
We
know.
have outstayed our welcome.
Teleport away.
Zero.
The gift and knowledge.
The
Are the two
echo
of you quite well?
could be.
You shared that vision, did you not?
Yeah, I'm always seeing shit.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
Now, which of those is more cinematic?
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
Is that
I am
logical?
aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes.
I could see it and you could just like echolocate into me or
true
whatever.
nature of the echo.
Ooh, I suspect that that is still
Very
an
well.
expansion
I
or
shall
3
not stand in
away.
your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Yeah, see, this I remember. I'm pretty sure Thancred is going to make an ass of
Your
himself
company
in
is
some
ever
fabulous
welcome.
way. Or possibly get himself injured.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Is he gonna lose an eye? Is he gonna lose an eye?
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Mere anarchy.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
It's funny that even though primals are like a feature of the universe, it's apparently just Eorzeans who lack the sense to summon them. Man, the kit they gave us for the paladin just looks so fucking sick.
Learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It's just gonna be an all heroes. They just drop a bomb in there. They've solved the whole us
It would be
problem.
most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies.
Able archers.
If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Bring your stick. Uh-huh. All due respect. Let's take a quick look at how far we have to go on this. We are less than halfway through 2.2. Alright, well, we're gonna call it for now. But progress. See you soon.